This is the first time ever that I'm doing a video in my bedroom. So what's up? I'm back on here, Yola Risa here, because I want to talk about Luke Cage. I don't give a fuck if y'all not watching Luke Cage, if y'all didn't see season 2, but I saw season 2 and I thought it was dope. Thought it was better than season 1, and I thought I would come on here and tell y'all the reasons why y'all should watch it in case y'all not watching it. Or in case y'all not fucking with it, because season 1 wasn't all that great. It was kind of like subpar, and maybe those of you who was like me and didn't know who Luke Cage was, so you didn't really even give it a chance, you didn't give a fuck. So Luke Cage is a Netflix show about this whatever. Oh shit, I just scared the shit out of myself. Okay. Okay, so I don't have any notes, so this is just gonna be me free talking, free going, free spirited, freestyling this review, I guess, of season 2. I just want to start by saying I fucking love season 2. I think it's great. I'm actually excited for season 3 now because season 2 was so fucking amazing, stellar, all across the board. And I'm even more hyped because this is like a regular ass superhero and is like set in my city. Like, it's New York City. It's mostly Manhattan, Harlem, but it's like you could tell they film it on location. Like, the shit is just, you could see areas and streets that you know these streets, like like I've been there, you know. So I just love that element of the street style and fashion and lingo of the show is just present in season 2. It's present in season 1 too, but it's present in season 1 also, but in season 2 it's just like top tier, and oh, I love it. So like I said, I'm gonna be freestyling. So there's different elements of the show. There's the New York element, there's the fucking Jamaican element. Oh my god, the Jamaican element was like a little bit present in season 1, but in this season, oh my god, like I can't even get into that right now. I gotta talk about all the other little shit first before I get into it, because the Jamaican aspect of it is just like the biggest shit. The hip-hop is alive in this fucking show. Like, if the whole show feels like hip-hop, it doesn't even feel like a Marvel show. Yeah, you have a Marvel superhero, but it doesn't feel Marvel. It feels like hip-hop New York. You get like fucking Ghostface was in an episode, Faith Evans and Jadakiss was in an episode, fucking Rakim was in an episode, like Stephen Marley was in an episode. Like, the shit is just, every time I saw one of them, I remember in season 1 they had the stylistics on there. Every time I saw Gary Clark Jr. was on there this season, every time I saw one of them, I was just like, yo, how you got all these people on, like, it's like Harlem living and breathing on the fucking screen in this show on Netflix, in a fucking Marvel TV show, bro. I'm so hyped, so hyped. Oh man. Oh my god, there's so much I want to talk about. Like, it's so much happening. Like, the villain, the music, the fashion, the art, the story. It's a really great season. I don't know if it's because I'm Jamaican why I loved it more, I guess. I don't know. I don't hear anybody talking about it online or anything, so I don't know if people was fucking with it. I don't even know if people know that season 2 is on Netflix, you know what I mean? Nobody's fucking with it. Nobody's talking about it, but it's fucking great. So the very first episode, I'm gonna see if I could try to break this down. The very first episode was directed by The very first episode was directed by Lucy Liu. You could tell I'm hyped. Like, I can't even like restrain myself. Okay, I think it's because I'm sitting on my bed and I'm really comfortable. I've never like filmed in here. I should film in here more often. I'm like very chill. My bed is making noise. You know what that sound mean. You know what that sound mean. Ah. The first episode is directed by Lucy Liu, and that made me happy because 1, she's a woman, 2, she's a minority, and 3, she's from New York. Nigga, she from the Bronx. So I was so happy, and the first episode is so fucking great. I'll tell you right now, you watch the first episode, you set for the rest of the season. The first episode set the tone, and the first episode is great. You watch that first episode, I promise you're gonna love the rest of the season. I promise you. So yeah, first episode was amazing. Rest in peace to Reggie Cathy. He is in the show and he plays Luke's father. And as we know, he's died, so it's like really sad. I don't even want to talk about him. Oh, did I mention Prodigy? Prodigy was also, fuck, Prodigy. I really need to calm down. Okay, Prodigy wasn't in the episode. The episode started with Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep song Shook Ones. It started with Shook Ones, and I'm telling you right now, that shit, when that came on, it just set the tone. It set that I was so fucking ready. I'm not even gonna talk about Luke or the villains yet. I gotta talk about like other stuff. Like, there's so much great shit to talk about. Oh my god. So if you watch the first season, you know that Mariah and Shades are like a couple. They're together. It's kind of weird, and it's still kind of creepy because not just because she's older than him. It's just like they just don't match. Like they don't link. It's just weird. It just doesn't look right on screen. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling them. So they're still fucking creepy. You know, in the first episode, and then they started playing Night Nurse. And man, I got hyped because reggae in anything that's like mainstream is just like, I feel like my culture is being put in the forefront. Yeah, this is gonna be all over the place. I'm just gonna talk about stuff as I saw it, as I remembered it, because I didn't take no notes. So fuck it. Reggie Cathy is Luke's dad, and he's great and hilarious in that role. I love him. I learned a new word, svelty. If you want to know what that means, you go watch the show. It's really funny. It's really funny what it means. And it's something really cool that you can add to your vocabulary, so go watch it so you can know what that is. And I also want to say, in regards to the first episode, how come every nigga that go to prison read Machiavelli? Like, is that a book that's like necessary for you to read when you go to prison? It's like, when you go to prison, make sure you read Machiavelli. Every single time I watch anything and a dude is like, I just came out of prison, they're like, what'd you do in prison? And they're like, read. What'd you read? Machiavelli. What? Why all y'all read that? I remember in A Bronx Tale when Sonny was explaining to Calogero when he went to prison, he was like, what did you do in prison? He was like, read. He was like, you know Machiavelli? And then in Luke Cage, in the very first episode, when somebody was like, I was in prison and I was reading Machiavelli. It's like, the fuck? What is it with Machiavelli? Why do you gotta read Machiavelli when you're in prison? So we're introduced to this brand new villain in the first episode, and bruh, what a fucking amazing villain. His name is Johnny, but his real name is Bushmaster, and he's like straight Jamaican, straight. And even though the actor is American, because I looked him up, I think maybe he's like Jamaican American like me, because he played that Jamaican like he was raised by Jamaicans like me. So the jokes in the season are just, it's so entertaining. It's so funny. And you don't have to be, like I said before, I don't know if I'm hyped like this because there's a Jamaican element and I'm Jamaican, but you don't even have to be Jamaican or from New York and know the streets of Harlem or Brooklyn to be like, yo, I'm feeling this, I'm fucking with it. It's culture, and you just feed into it, and if you love the culture, you love the show. And it's fucking funny, and it has a great villain. It has two great villains. And you know what's interesting? The show's called Luke Cage, and it's supposed to be about Luke Cage, and he's this big, huge hero. But it's all the supporting characters that you fuck with and that you watch the show for, and that are really entertaining and really complex, and that I really like. It's more so than Luke, because Luke makes some decisions in the season that I'm not really fucking with, and I'm not really fucking with him. He's even so, the actor that plays him, not really loving him. So when I watch Luke Cage, I'm watching it for everybody else in Luke Cage, not so much for the guy who plays Luke Cage, because I'm not a fan of him. Like I didn't care for him the first. Like I don't feel like he's a strong lead. That's just my opinion. Everybody else, the supporting characters are amazing. Like Alfred Woodard as Mariah Stokes. Who would have thought sweet Alfred Woodard, who plays like everybody's mom or everybody's auntie, would be the fucking badass villain that she is in this season? She is fucking brutal. Like kill niggas for no reason. And Shades, oh god, I love Shades. And his little thing with somebody else that I'm not gonna spoil for you because I want you to watch it. I kind of knew it was gonna happen, and I think it's kind of sweet. So I was just gonna put that out there. You'll figure it out when you watch it. Please watch it. What else? There is some elements in the show that I don't know about, because I didn't watch The Defenders or Iron Fist, or I don't watch Jessica Jones. I don't really care. I don't even watch like Marvel Fist of Shield. What the hell is it called? Shield of something Shield that comes on Channel 7 ABC. I don't know what it's called, but I don't even watch that. I don't watch any of the like Flashes on CW, any of the Green Lanterns. I don't know what they're called, but the CW shows and the ABC shows, like, I don't watch that. The only Marvel DC show that I don't watch Gotham. The only one that I've ever watched was Luke Cage. So there's other stuff, other elements that are seeded into the season that I don't know about. Like Iron Fist is there. I don't know. Oh, Punisher and Luke Cage are the only two that I watch. Because I'm not like girly girl. I'm not. I don't care. Like, I just want to see dudes like beat people up. You know what I mean? So that's why I watch Luke Cage and Punisher. But I don't watch anything else. I don't watch what's that shit on FX? The guy who's supposed to be Professor X's son, Legion or Legend or whatever. I don't watch that. That's not influencing Luke Cage, so I don't know why I'm bringing it up. But I'm just trying to make sure I tell you about all of the superhero shows, because there's so fucking many. Why? Money, duh, that's why. But I don't watch them. I watch Luke Cage, and there's elements of the Defenders and Iron Fist that are in Luke Cage. Maybe for 2 episodes that I don't understand them, but I guess they're cool. I don't care. I don't care. I feel like they should keep that shit separate. Like, it's different, like when you put Iron Man and Spider-Man. Like, we know Iron Man, and he's not overpowering it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I talked about the culture, the hip-hop, fucking great. The characters, fucking great. The acting, fucking great. The writing, fucking great. The Jamaicans, oh my god. The villain is a great villain. Great villain. I hope, you know, I don't want to spoil it, never mind. I think that's it. I love the show. I love the show, and I hope everybody watches it, because I want them to bring it back, and I don't want it to take 2 years like it did last time. I understand why it took 2 years though, because when you want to make great shit, kind of like Game of Thrones, you gotta take time, you know? Game of Thrones is not coming back this summer for a reason, because they need that time to make it great. There was a reason why last season was only 7 episodes, because it was expensive and they wanted to make it great. And to make it great, you make it shorter. So I want Luke Cage to come back next summer, and I want it to be great, and I don't want them to have an excuse to like cancel it maybe because nobody watched this. Okay, please everybody watch it. Please, I promise. It's so much culture. It's so fucking good. The artists that came on there. Oh god. Oh man. I don't want to finish the video unless I've talked about everything. I feel like I didn't go deep dive into anything. Hey guys, I made a spoiler review, so go watch that. Deuces. Triple down.